Okay. I think it has started. Yeah, I think it started. Okay, perfect. Live stream is good. And I think, let me check audio actually. Don't want that too bad. Okay, yep, it's good. So, pretty much what I want to talk about today is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, the, kind of new movie. It's been a bit. I think it released on this year, like hair in my mouth. At least this year, February 15th. So it was quite a bit ago, but it was just until last night that I saw the movie and everything with a friend and everything. That was a really cool experience. So Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Actually, let me kind of organize how I want to talk about it. Actually, you know what? I'll kind of start with an introduction. So Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, Winnie and I think Winnie and Piglet, kind of everyone most people know him, Christopher Robin and everything. Their kind of story goes on normal, kind of I guess you could say in the old school animations or whatever. Then Christopher Robin goes off to college. Winnie and the gang kind of get a little bit feral, some tough winters and everything, and then eventually Winnie and I should wait, quick text message. Yeah, so Winnie the Pooh and his friend, all of them are kind of in the woods, and tough winters. Christopher Robbins is off at college, and then eventually Winnie the Pooh and Piglet decide to eat Eeyore because they've gone kind of a bit mentally fucked up and everything, and they eat him, and that kind of makes them go completely insane, I guess. And then a bunch of they take Christopher Robin hostage and everything in in the opening of the movie and everything, when he tries to show his fiance oh, these are my friends from when I was young, we're real close. Not so much anymore. And then they're captured, killed, who knows. I know I said spoilers, but I'm trying to keep it a little bit yeah, his girlfriend's killed and everything, and we'll get into the kills later, but his girlfriend's killed and he's captured, and then these girls kind of show up and everything for just kind of normal standard weekend retreat and everything, and shit goes wrong. So that's kind of that the general opening story and everything. So let's start with the story. So the story is really, I don't know, I guess I'll kind of mold stories and characters together. So I'm not a gigantic fan of the story based on how they did it, because so the general story obviously of Christopher Robin going off to college and Winnie the Pooh and all of them going feral and everything. The concept is pretty cool. I actually really like the concept of them going feral after Christopher Robin goes off to college. It's a pretty good concept in my honest opinion, or good concept in my opinion. But then it kind of gets not great when you kind of Chris Robin's captured and everything, and then you bring in these girls, which it's it's just kind of weird because it's the characters throughout the entire movie go very underdeveloped. The pacing of the movie is really good. It kind of it's constantly going. Obviously, some stuff lingers on for a long time, shots or kills, and some stuff is really dragged out. But the pacing overall is really good. But the kind of arrow in the foot of the pacing is the fact that it kind of, the characters aren't really underdeveloped. There's a character with trauma because she was kind of really creeped on by this guy as a child, and then there's these two girls who are in a relationship and love. But both of those things, and those are only three of the girls. I think there's two others, and everyone's just very underdeveloped because the pacing is going so quick, and it just doesn't stop to actually have character moments or develop the characters any more than they're kind of one trait where it's oh, I have trauma. Oh, we're in love. And even the ones that are in a relationship don't really feel like it. They're just constantly I love you. I love you. We're in love. Oh, it's been a bit and all of this and everything. There isn't really much. It's more show than tell, in my opinion. I mean, it's more tell than show, which, is typically never usually a good thing in, movies. or not all the time or anything, but like, a lot of people find more talent in, showing rather than telling. So yeah, all the characters are kind of just like, which kind of like, brings down the story a bit, because it's just, I personally probably would have preferred, and this is going to get into like very big spoilers, like, towards like the ending. But, all the girls and everything, they're being tortured, running around, pretty characters. And then it gets like the end where like, this woman's throat is like slit and everything. It's like the main girl with trauma, which I'm not going to lie, they really did subvert expectations there for a bit, because I had no clue she was going to die in the slightest. So she gets her throat slit, but she like hugs Christopher Robin, and he's like breaking down like he knew her so long. Like, I can assume it's kind of like, oh, you died, fuck, I don't want to be alone and everything, and he's kind of like, sad about that, or maybe he couldn't save her, like he couldn't save his like, fiance or wife and everything. So maybe it's kind of that, but it feels very weird. Like me, I personally would prefer the entire story lingering on Christopher Robin rather than the girls, because like I said, they were pretty underdeveloped, and Christopher Robin was really like, the only character I was really that interested in, because he did have a little bit more development, like, in the opening kind of like, animation where it's like, telling him his story and everything. I personally would prefer they cut down to maybe 3 or 2 girls, or like, women in the story and everything, and have them be like the opening kills, and then have Christopher Robin be like more of like, the kind of the whole thing, just because he has way more development in like, that opening and everything. I feel like it just would have been better. Like, I just felt more interested in his character, and he had less screen time than like the girls, because like I said, they were just very underdeveloped, whereas Christopher Robin just seemed a lot more developed, and I would have been more interested. I was more interested when he was on screen, unless it was like, a kill happening on screen to like, anybody else. So let's get, so you have characters, not great, story, but the pacing, like I said, is really good. Like, it feels like it's going by really quick. Like I said, some shots linger on a lot longer than they should, where it's like, somebody will be like crouching and sitting behind like a wood chipper, and it'll be like, okay, this is going on a bit long, like longer than I thought, or like a shot will like, it'll feel like the movie's broken. It'll be like House of a Thousand Corpses, when like, Otis is about to shoot this like, sheriff and everything, but it just sits there for so long, and that movie, it works fucking hilariously. But in like, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, it just feels like some just like, sequences go on for so long, where it's just like everyone's freeze framed, or it's just going on for a very long time and slow as hell. But it doesn't take away, like I said, from the pacing still being good. It just feels very weird, like the movie's broken, or like it's just like they needed to stretch time out. The editing is really not that bad, although there are some sequences where it just gets really weird, like there's quick cuts and maybe some other weird shit. The cinematography or the camera work is not terrible. Actually, there are some shots I really do like in the movie, like where I guess like, these like kind of 3 guys get out of the car to help like, the 2 remaining like, final girls and everything, until there is a final girl and then a final boy or guy, which is Christopher Robin. And there's like a shot where it's like shows like, I'm pretty sure, like, let me see if I could find this shot. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I really misspelled honey. Because it is a really good shot that I like. There are some really good shots, like, this right here is the poster shot and everything. This shot actually does look pretty cool. Like, there's some just, like, really good shots I could see being, like, iconic shots in the movie. I mean, I can't really find the one I was, like, thinking about, but, yeah, this one was really good. This one was really good in the final fight. Like, I really liked the final fight setting. The woods sometimes did seem a bit overlit for being, like, in the woods at night. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't find it exactly, but there's a shot that's, like, really, like, I really like it. There are some shots I really do like in this movie, like the going into the woods and all of that. And there are some weird ones, but overall, not really that bad. And yeah, the performances, going on to that, really not that great. There are some moments where it kind of like, oh, it stands out like a little bit, like, oh, this isn't terrible, but it's like, none of them are really great, especially when like, there's these like, three guys, like I said, just come to like, help the girls and everything. Well, help in big quotes. They're really not that helpful nor effective. And they get out of the car, and for whatever fucking insane reason, there's this like I said, like the long drawn out segments where they're like gathering around Winnie, like, or like, or Pooh, and he's just kind of like, they're just like staring at it, making these like weird fucking faces, and it's just like, why did this need to go on for this long? Why are they just staring at him with these like weird fucking like, almost seductive faces? It's just so weird. And also, it's a movie that's really, like, I would consider fun bad. Like, it's really not, it's not good in the slightest or anything, but it's also, it's fun bad. You'll have a good time. It goes by fast enough to the point where it just, like, it doesn't feel like you've wasted too much of your time. Like, you'll get entertainment value out of it. In my opinion, I did. Like, I didn't feel bored. I felt like, I liked it. And, I'm trying to think. And yeah, this movie, on its pacing and like a lot of other stuff, because I did remember reading an article, and I think I did make a video on it while the film was still in development, that they needed to have, I think it was editing expedited or filming expedited, like, make everything move much quicker. And it really does feel that way, because there isn't a lot of substance. Like I said, characters are very underdeveloped and all of that, so it feels like a lot was expedited and really rushed and everything, which might be why the pacing feels like, really quick, which is not a bad thing, because at the very least, if it's a bad movie, at least it moves at a good pace and, like, it's pretty quick and doesn't waste too much of your fucking time. But let me try to think about anything else. Oh yeah, the kind of Winnie the Pooh piglet suits, I've seen a lot of people bashing it. I don't like it either. Like, I really wish they would have gone for something way more creative. Obviously, if they went for CG, it'd be fucking much more atrocious than what we have. Although maybe a little bit more fun bad and everything. But yeah, it looks like a bunch of, like, I've seen people say, like, oh, you can see sometimes, like, the guy's skin, like, the actor's skin under, like, the masks and everything. Which I didn't notice because, I was just kind of, like, not really watching it from a critical eye the first time around. But yeah, that was just kind of weird. What I would have preferred is if they got a bigger budget and went, like, a little bit more effort, I guess, and everything. Because I don't know if, like, the actresses and actors have done a lot of interviews, so it kind of seems like they're not just like, oh, one and done, do it, move on, and like, fuck that. They do seem to actually kind of care about it and everything, but I don't know the directors, producers' intentions, so I don't know if they would just want to rush, get it done, and like, all of that. Or I don't know if they were like, passionate about the subject matter, because I'm not going to lie, if I had the opportunity to make something like this, I'd have so much fucking fun with it. Like, I'd have so much insane amounts of fun with it. But on the topic of, like, if they had a bigger budget and everything, and they, like, had some, like, really hard-touching passion, like I said, not trying to call anyone out saying, like, oh, they weren't passionate or whatever. But for me personally, what I would have really loved is kind of go the Chucky route, or, like, try to go, like, American Werewolf in London route and everything, and have just, like, these fucking animatronic special effects creature builds and everything, and make him look like actually Winnie the Pooh and, like, Piglet, like, the actual sizes. I would have loved that. That would have been really cool if they did that. But like I said, they likely didn't have the budget, didn't have the time, or didn't want to put the time. Yet again, I don't know. But I would prefer that and everything. Like, maybe some animatronics, some, like, really interesting creature design, all of that, besides just somebody in a suit. Which, like I said, I don't know anybody's intentions. I don't know if, like, they were just like, one, done, get the fuck out, didn't care about it, or if they genuinely did care about it. But, that's kind of my review. Is it a waste of time? Not really. It's fun bad. You're going to get a lot of entertainment out of it. It moves really quick. Some really cool kills. Didn't mention the kills, actually. I really do like all the kills, although there are some where it's like they don't show. Like, there's a wood chipper kill where it feels like the shot feels very weird with it. It feels like a lot of it's blocked, kind of. Like, you don't notice it. And that's just kind of weird. And, wood chipper kill, and that's pretty cool. Like, I like the amount of creativity with that and everything. And that, let me just check something actually quickly. Actually, I didn't want to change something quickly. I think the entire time I've been doing this live stream, I think I actually accidentally made it like private so no one could see it. That's fucking embarrassing. I think I actually did do that. Well, shit. Yeah, but like I said, the kills. Well, this will go up on VOD anyway, so if, like, if you're watching it now, yeah. But the kills were pretty good. I really like the kills. Like I said, the wood chipper one felt like it blocked a little bit, some of it. Like, it felt very dark. Like, you couldn't really see a lot. Yo, what's up, Martin Buckle? Hope you're having a good day. And yeah, I think my live stream was on like private the entire time because I was like, oh, it's like, weird because I couldn't see it when I like, loaded up YouTube, which is really bad because I literally just reviewed the entire movie. But like I said, this will go up on VOD immediately after. So, and I'll put out like an actual review, like a full blown edited review out like, later on. Yeah. Yeah, this thing, I literally had the live stream on private the entire time. Shit. Because I was wondering why I didn't see it like pop up or anything. But yeah, like I said, the kills in the movie, they're not bad. They're actually really good. Like, I like a lot of them and everything. Especially the sledgehammer kill, where like, I think it's Piglet swings the sledgehammer and smashes like the girl in the face. I think it's actually a pretty cool kill, and it's like, cool. I don't know. Like I said, I like horror so much that sometimes I do overlook the bad aspects of it a little bit. Although I do acknowledge it because I'm not just gonna completely just like get in, like, just devour and just like, not acknowledge how sometimes maybe shit it can be. Like, there are bad horror movies. I'll have a huge tolerance for bullshit in horror movies, but yeah, kills are really good, especially one where like Piglet fucking mauls like this girl's face off after after like, Winnie the Pooh like, dumps some like honey on like your face, on this like woman's face thing, and like Piglet eats her face, and it's so fucking weird. Although that's another shot where it feels like they kind of it's the shot is so far away that you can't really even see it. So it's just kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre like, where it feels implied, but you do kind of see it a little bit. But yeah, the kills pretty good. Not really much more to go over. I'll kind of like, go over last second or anything, kind of what I think. So, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, pretty good. A so bad it's good movie and everything. Really fast paced, very underdeveloped characters, all right story, although some pretty cool kills and some pretty entertaining, like not great performances, but some moments where it shines through a little bit, where it's like, oh, okay, that's not entirely terrible, but like I said, it's not great overall. I'm trying to be as nice as possible while also being critical by like, yeah, the performances not great, but not all that terrible, I guess, and everything in some part. Actually, the performances are not good. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, underdeveloped characters, all of that and everything. I would recommend it if you're looking for a fun, bad movie and just the wild, insane fucking concept of like, Winnie the Pooh horror and everything. I could swear I thought someone said Tigger, or like, the lion, tiger, or whatever, anything Tigger was involved with it somehow, and maybe I completely made that up in my mind, but I could swear I thought we were going to see a Tigger and Eeyore gravestone, I think, or like Tigger was being mentioned somehow, but he wasn't mentioned at all. And I was like so fucking confused, but I don't know. I still liked it and everything. I'm very interested to see what they do with the sequel, and again, spoilers. I am going to be spoiling the shit out of this, and then click off now if you don't want to be spoiled. But in the ending, it's left very open-ended to the point where, like, obviously they are going to have a sequel. Like, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 is happening, as far as I know now. Like, they did greenlight a sequel. They have a poster out for it now and all of that. But because basically, yet again, spoilers, ending and anything, leave if you don't want to be spoiled. But basically, the girl, the final, like, girl is killed, and Christopher Robin is basically taken by, like, Winnie, or, like, taken by Winnie the Pooh, and just dragged off, and the screen fades to black. And I feel like the ending might pick up exactly where it left off. And I do hope the sequel is a lot more Christopher Robin centralized, because, like I said, I didn't really love the female protagonist in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. I didn't love them, you know, because like I said, they were very underdeveloped and everything. I didn't find them incredibly entertaining, besides sometimes where the performances were just so fucking funny. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of, I don't know, there's so, like, you have people like Laurie Strode and Sally Hardesty where there's so much depth put into their trauma and all of that, and then you have, like, you know, like, fuck, why am I blanking on her name? Oh my god, I can't believe it. What is her name? Yeah, you have Jamie Lee Curtis, who is so passionate about, like, the trauma behind Laurie Strode, where she'll, like, go to the ends of the earth of, like, you know, expressing it and trying to dive as deep as possible into it. And then you have this movie where it's, like, the trauma isn't really explored besides, like, a flashback and everything. And the character looks the exact same in the flashback, so it's, like, it didn't happen that long ago. I thought it was, like, a long, lifelong, like, you know, trauma. But it isn't. So, yeah, like I said, not a complete waste of your time. Pretty fast-paced, underdeveloped characters, pretty cool kills, and it's pretty entertaining, like, you know, kind of. So, let's transition into the Five Nights at Freddy's official trailer. We did get a trailer a little bit ago, or like a teaser trailer a bit ago, but now we have the actual official trailer. Wait, let me go back to default view. Okay, perfect. So we have the official Five Nights at Freddy's, you know, official trailer, and I thought, you know, let's take a look at it. So, I did already watch it, so this isn't like a first reaction, but let's see. So you have Mike Schmidt and everything. He's like, you know, just driving home maybe after the day after he's fired, after getting into like a big fight in that mall and everything. His sister, Abby, I think? Abigail? I think that's her name. So he's calling William Afton or Steve Ragland. Oh, wait. Okay, he's a career counselor. Okay. William Afton. So he's calling him about needing the job. What's this notice? Notice of delinquency. Not entirely sure what that's for. Maybe for him or his sister. I don't know 100%. Security guard is getting prepared for his first day at work. Is that a card? Okay. Freddy Fast Food Pizzeria getting all lit up. Okay, he says it was huge in the 80s with the kids. Obviously, the closed Bite of 87. I love his enthusiasm. Like, you know, Matthew Lillard's like enthusiasm. Like, it feels like he always puts 100% to like his roles. Like I just love his enthusiasm. His voice was like they just weren't ready to let it go. Like, he just sounds so enthusiastic. So this is him showing up to one of his nights. I love this dynamic already. Like, I work, you sleep and everything. So I guess it is, like, I was kind of right in my theory on the fact that Mike Schmidt's going to bring his sister with him and that she's not going to be 100% like kidnapped by Freddy just yet, and that he is going to bring her there, which makes sense. And I feel I do already like the sibling dynamic, like, you know, Mike Schmidt, the older, like, you know, sibling and everything, the older brother taking care of the little sister and everything. I do like this, and I feel like there'll be some, like, you know, fun moments, and at least I hope. Shows night. He's opening up. Oh, entering. Okay. Yeah, a bunch of, like, the drawings. Foxy, Freddy, Bonnie, like, all of this. And then Cupcake. Freddy. Foxy. The hallway he, like, runs down the video game when, like, you know, you're running low on power. Which I love. Rats. Vents. I did see a bunch of YouTubers that went to go visit the Five Nights at Freddy's set. That, like, some of them were actually on the Employees of the Month board as, like, an Easter egg, which is, like, really cool. Like, I do like how they put, like, a lot of the people that have, like, you know, boosted the games up over the years. I think besides them being fantastic games, like, people that are very passionate about the video games, I really like that, how they put them as Easter eggs. Okay. Keep your eyes on the monitor. Okay, so yeah, he does watch this video as kind of the introductory video on his first night. Inside the security office. Oh, I love this already. Okay, so that's the sheriff, like, the woman cop. I love that music. That music, it, like, brings so much nostalgia. I could swear that's the music when, like, you run out of power and, like, like, I think Freddy or Golden Freddy just starts, like, flashing their eyes and everything. I love that. Hell yeah, the woman cop and everything shows up. He has the security shirt on. Okay, so she clearly knows what's going on because she's like, have you met them yet or anything? And this is probably just a night where they're just talking. His first few nights where he's like not 100% aware of the animatronics and anything and all their kind of devious things. Okay, all the children with Freddy and Bonnie and Chica and Foxy and all that. Wait, do those letters mean anything? No, I guess you have the cupcake up here. Actually, I wonder if his sister drew this or if this is a fridge inside the pizzeria because this looks a bit like a house. So I wonder if his sister drew that. Maybe it's like, oh, who are these kids that you drew? Because, like, oh, this looks like it says B-Day on it. It's like a birthday, like, the birthday party bite of 87, maybe. I don't know. Okay, him getting his first view of the animatronics. Them. Oh my god, I knew they were gonna do it. I literally predicted it, that they were gonna do the sinister thing where he shuts his eyes, he just goes to sleep or he looks away and something happens on the monitors. Oh, I love that. Everything starts up. Oh my god, that Chica mask looks so fucking uncanny. Also, the plushes in there. They could use this movie to sell toys. I mean, a lot of people don't like that, but this would be a creative way at the very least to do it. Yeah, this fucking Chica mask is so uncanny. My god, that looks terrifying. And you have like a bunch of like the plushes here and everything. I could swear this one right here with Freddy, I could swear it's an actual real plush, so that's cool. Oh my god, yep, they all start up and everything and start dancing around. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, they're just gonna start moving around. Unless this is like the first night where they don't move around just yet. Wait, did that show him looking at the camera? No, okay, I thought it showed like Freddy looking at the camera, but no. Oh, there's our first view of Foxy. Like, it's a bit of a shadow, but you do see like a decent amount of him. Oh, wait. Okay, in the 80s, kids went missing. Obviously, them being, like, murdered, shoved into suits and all of that. Spirit kids. Wait a second. I wonder if that's Mike Schmidt or someone else being dragged off. It's possible it could be Mike Schmidt. Or the previous security guard, or just some other person. They searched from top to bottom, couldn't find them because they were shoved in the animatronics. Okay, wait. That voice sounds like exactly like it's like they got the exact person that like voiced in the Five Nights at Freddy's video games when the girl goes, "Hello," like I try to think of what game that's from. I think that's from. I think it might be in the first Five Nights at Freddy's, but I think it's from the second or third. I think the second. Like I said, I think it's in the first also. I can't remember. It's been a very long time since I've actually played it. It's like sat down and played the games, but I do want to before this comes out. But that voice sounds exactly like the fucking voice. So I think she's going to be like walking around trying to look at the animatronics. Yep. They never found them. The kids. Bonnie's lights just light up. Oh, wait, wait. Yeah, that's Freddy. Okay. Screams. Okay, these are a bunch of kind of random people. I think like one of them, I think his name's Hank. I think that might be Hank, or one of them's like Hank. And these are a bunch of like people. I wonder if these are the parents of the missing kids or just town folk who just want to like fuck shit up and like bash up Freddy's and everything to like make sure nothing ever happens again, kind of like that. Like the whole town knows about this like mysterious place and all of this, and then like the cops in on it and everything. We're not in on it like, you know, with Freddy, but like in on it in the sense that she knows it, like her with the town people knows what happened there. Oh, there's one of them, one of the animatronics. Yep. Oh, that's so cool. And I think this was Hank. Wait. Yeah, I think this was Hank right here. I don't know, just a bunch of like, you know, different random characters that are being added in, which I don't mind. Like I think they might be from the games. Yet again, I don't know too much about the lore, but I think that was Bonnie. Yeah, yeah, that's Bonnie. You can see a bit of bluish whatever here. Kills him. Yep, some of the animatronics, you know, kind of drawn in here. Hello. Yo, what's up, Coldest Gamer? Thanks for being a subscriber, man. Or thanks for being a subscriber. So you have one of the animatronics drawn into the dirt here. This is obviously the scene where they, like, you know, Mike Schmidt goes into the woods. There's all the ghost kids. Ghost children possessing giant robots. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, him in the woods looking around all the kids. I knew it. I knew it. I said in like my original trailer reaction that there was a kid missing an arm, like, you know, linked to Foxy. There's a kid missing an arm with a link to Foxy, a kid, a hook hand. That's so cool. Oh wait, and we get a quick flash of Foxy's kind of like, you know, hook hand next to what I'm assuming is Chica. Yep, all the ghost children running around. Thanks for the heads up. You know, obviously the sheriff or cop. Yep, and then Freddy behind him. You know, she goes, technically they're animatronics. That's so cool. Oh, wait. Fuck. Damn. I want to get like a clear shot of that. Damn it. Yep. Clear shot of Foxy, which is awesome. Fuck, that looks so good. And it's so good that they're using like most at least 50% to 70% of actual animatronics, like real, like actual puppet animatronics, which is so cool. I'm so excited for that. Welcome, Abby walking through that whole, like, you know, cafeteria area. Oh, that's so nice. What do they want? Yes, so they want Abigail, and this is like, you know, Foxy. This shot looks really weird to me. I think this is the one I've been like, you know, concerned about or weirded about the most, is that this looks a little CG, although it also looks real. It just looks very weird. Like, it looks very cartoonish, but I like it. Like, I really like how this looks and everything. Make her like them and everything. This is clearly during that kind of like final fight sequence where, like, you know, Foxy's approaching her. He looks behind, like, you know, Foxy looks behind him, and maybe it's Mike about to smash him in the skull or in the skull. Who knows? Yep, this is likely Mike, like, you know, challenging Foxy. Oh my god, please tell me, like, I, you know, don't remember much from the trailer since I watched it yesterday. I have a shit memory, but please tell me they show like Foxy running at him. Oh, the cupcake looking, and when even the cupcake is like the red eyes, squinting. Nightmare begins. Oh, that's the scene. I think this is Mike Schmidt, his like previous job before Freddy's Fazbear's Pizza. He was a security guard at a mall. He beats a guy up in a well, which they do show later on and everything, and then that's what gets him fired, looking for a new job at Freddy Fazbear's. Oh, that looks fucking so scary. Yeah, tell me how to stop him. So this is clearly after he knows they're clearly alive, and I'm assuming he's talking to either Hank or one of the other, like, you know, adults and everything, or he's talking to, like, you know, the lady cop or the woman cop, who knows. Oh, I wonder if Freddy, or like, this looks like Freddy's just gonna bite her fucking head off. I wonder if this is one of the kids. I can't tell. Oh, that's so fucking scary. You have one of the kid, like, ghost children's hands coming up through the animatronic. Oh, wait. Oh my god, she gets lifted up off the chair. Yeah, that's likely a death scene right there. Or at least like a fight scene. Okay, one of the, like, you know, exoskeletons stomping down on a ball. Cleared during the hunt for Abigail. It's too late. Huh. Oh, I love that so much. I hope that looks practical. That looks practical. And you have like Mike Schmidt. This is so during like the final fight sequence. Oh, and then you have like, oh, that's so good. Like the suits, like animatronics and all that look beautiful. Like they genuinely look good and like inspire so much nostalgia inside of me. Okay, Mike Schmidt looking all scared. Oh, yep. Oh, then a big teaser up to like Springtrap. What did she say? Okay, I think she screams Mike. Oh, that looks so amazing. Okay, one of the ghost children, I think. That looks like... I don't know if that's Mike or a woman. I don't know. And then you have a kid. I'm sure this is a ghost kid. I think maybe. Yeah, that must be a ghost kid. Unless that's real, I don't know. Oh, yeah, two of the animatronics. These are dead. These have to be the animatronics and it looks so fucking good. Dead person. Not sure who. Looks like a random woman. Okay, so this is the woman cop. I wonder if this is at the end. That final fight. Holly sure got him. Obviously, there's going to be, like, I think, like, 4 movies, so they didn't get him. And you have Mike Schmidt sitting here after the battle. So I wonder if this is near the end or if this is after one of the fights and everything. Or maybe Abby was taken, they had a fight, and then they escaped. And then need to go back and get Abby. Who knows? Let's see. Yep, this is during that, fight inside the mall inside the well. All of that. And it may cause him to lose his security job there. Then he goes, desperately to Freddy Fazbear's. Okay, so he's climbing through the vents, which will be very interesting to see how that goes. Obviously, during, like I said, the final... Oh, and then Springtrap right there with the fucking knife. That looks so good. But as, the white eyes, which I could swear I read from somewhere earlier on, that white eyes mean it's possessed by the kids, and then the red eyes mean it's possessed by William Afton or controlled by William Afton or some evil, whereas when it's controlled by the kids, it's a little bit nicer, I think. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Springtrap. Is this a stab? I think that's just like a slash against his shirt, not like an actual stab, but he's running, and he can't get out. Okay, so as I said before, I think these have to be 2 different people, because this is not what Mike is wearing. This is I think the original security guard, maybe a new security guard at the ending of the movie, but obviously this one's gonna get killed since it's not Mike. But then this is obviously Mike and everything as he's being attacked by what looks to be Freddy. Oh, that looks so awesome. Yep, you get a Corey Kenshin cameo, which is really cool. Oh, that looks so good. And it has blue eyes now, which is kind of obviously very destroyed, obviously after a battle with Mike or something. Oh, that looks so good. Then you have Abby right there. This is clearly maybe when she thinks that oh, Freddy's my friend, or Golden Freddy, because a lot of people are saying this is Golden Freddy, which it kind of looks a little bit gold, but also I can't tell because it kind of looks a little bit like normal Freddy. I'm just gonna go with it's Golden Freddy and everything, but she looks like she's kind of in that kind of trance where she's like, oh, Freddy's my friend and everything. She thinks it's all cute, and this is probably when she doesn't know yet that this is a murdering psychopath, and obviously this is likely the what's in the thumbnail. This is actually wait, yeah, missing the ear and everything, and yeah, so this is literally the exact same thing. Okay, so yeah, I'm assuming this is Golden Freddy. Although it's kind of weird to see him in an Uber with Abby. Maybe he stole her and is bringing her to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, which makes sense. Okay. Actually, unless this is, since the eyes are white or kind of lighter, maybe this is one of the kids trying to save Abby and everything before William Afton takes back control or something. I don't know how true that thing was about that person saying that, but yeah. That was the Five Nights at Freddy's official trailer. I'm so excited for this movie. It does look like there was some genuine hard work put into this movie, and I'm very excited for it. It's clear that people care behind it. It's clear that people that cameoed in the YouTubers cared about it. It's clear that they very much care about the Five Nights at Freddy's FNAF community because They like, had people cameo and all of that, and I'm very excited. I'm just so excited because the animatronics look beautiful. I'm very excited for like the actors that are in it look genuinely good. Like, just like the main actors, like Josh, I think Hamilton or anything. Obviously, like Mike Schmidt, William Afton, Abby, all the animatronics. Everything looks really good to the point where it's gonna be very entertaining and exciting. And I just can't wait for it, man. It is gonna be so good. Although, let me know, what are your thoughts? Like, are you excited for the movie? Do you think it's gonna be good, bad? I think it's just gonna be good. I cannot wait till they like release this on DVD and Blu-ray. I'm 100% buying that. I hope they release like a steel book, like a really cool collector's edition. I cannot wait for everything that like follows after this movie. So yeah, that was my kind of also like that was also my review for Winnie the Pooh: Blood and Honey, and my 5 Nights at Freddy's official trailer explain video or live stream. Well, now into a VOD, into a video. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about in this kind of live stream video. What are your thoughts? What do you think of Winnie the Pooh: Blood and Honey? Have you seen it yet? I advise you do, just because it's kind of... The pacing is fast, so you're not going to feel bored, at least in my honest opinion. So, and what are your thoughts on the 5 Nights at Freddy's official trailer? Because I loved it and everything, and I feel like it's going to be something for FNAF fans 100%, and maybe it'd also be for like the general public to get people into the FNAF games, or it'll just be for people who will only be into the FNAF movie. But yeah, I'm very excited. I hope it's for the general public. Obviously, it's going to be for the general... Actually, it's going to be for the general public, but also for FNAF fans, like, into the Easter eggs, because there's loads of Easter eggs. There are loads of Easter eggs in this, like, in the trailer, or in the official trailer, and also there were in the teaser trailer. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about in this video, or live stream, or video. As I said, what are your thoughts? This will be going up as a VOD as soon as it's over and everything into the live stream playlist. Yo, what's up, Morales Clara, or, Morales Clara, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. I'm going to be ending the stream now, and I think, as I said, it's going to be going into a VOD in the live stream VODs playlist. Thanks for watching, and yeah.